Hi guys, welcome to Brains and the Beat. If you're new here, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're oldie but goodie, thank you for staying tuned to your girl. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about mackerel, and mackerel have been the talk of the town since her onstage interview with Winford Williams. I'm going to start off by saying there's three sides to every story. There's her side, her mother's side, and the truth. And that's just the fact of the matter. But I'm going to give you guys my thoughts and opinions because this is Brains and the Beat. And I always give you guys my thoughts and opinions, whether you like it or not. Whether you think the video is too harsh or not. Or whether you thought I needed to say it in another video or not. Okay? Me not play a hypocrite. So, Mackerel was saying that all she needed from her mother was love. Her mother didn't show her any love or affection growing up. And quite honestly, I can't front. I have to say that I believe her. A lot of Jamaican parents, especially mothers, believe that Caribbean parents in general, let me clear up that statement there, because it's not only Jamaican. Caribbean parents in general feel as if that if they give you food, shelter, a place to live, and clothes to wear, that is love, that is affection, that is caring for your child, that is being there for your child. And I'm here to tell you that it's not. I feel like a lot of these Caribbean parents, because that was the only thing that they got, they feel like that is the only thing that their child needs. And I'm here to say that's not it. It's definitely not it. And that's why us as people, as a society, is so messed up, because we continue doing the same thing to our children and thinking it's okay. It is not okay, and it's not classified as love. Okay? A lot of people are very judgmental of this girl and have a lot of negative stuff to say. I've done a video before on her. I've never said anything negative. I've never bashed her, because I know that not everybody deal with trauma the way I deal with trauma, the way you deal with trauma at all. So because you dealt with the same thing and you held your head up and say, okay, me I got college, I'm in a one on pitney and blah blah blah, not everybody is going to deal with that situation the same. And that is just the fact of the matter. Okay, so I don't blame her for the way she dealt with the situation. A lot of people have dealt with a situation like that by finding love in men and getting used, abused, and manipulated because you're vulnerable and you're in a vulnerable state. A lot of people also bashing her and saying that they've went through the same thing and they didn't go take people man and all of this stuff. A lot of people that I see on social media like to act as if they are holier than thou, that they weren't a child, they weren't rebellious, and they never did anything bad in their whole entire life. But because they're older now and them claim them change them life, they think it's okay to look down on somebody else. Me not play them game there. I'm gonna play hypocrite. A lot of people that I see bashing her are taking people, they take people man for free 99, 0.0 cents. Okay, so what does that make you? What does that make you trying to judge this girl and bash her? Like, it's crazy to me how hypocritical Jamaican society is. Once they get older and they feel like they change their life or they turn their life around, they then think it's okay to turn around and look at somebody younger and judge them and dissect their lives and tell them that they're lying and all these things, when you were no better than her growing up and you were worse growing up. Mackerel is a product of her environment and a product of her mother and father's situation. That's what that is. And unfortunately, it didn't turn out good, and that's what we have to deal with. A lot of people are saying that Mackerel baby father needs to be in jail. And at first, when I first heard her story, because she didn't go into details and said she got pregnant at 12, I cold-heartedly believe that he should have gone to jail. okay? Because I don't play that. I don't think that is right for you to prey on 12-year-old, 11-year-old kids and have sex with them. I don't believe that at all. But after watching the onstage interview and Mackerel is saying that he is the one taking care of the child, I wholeheartedly believe that they should leave this man alone and let him be, because Mackerel does not have the mental capacity, the environment, the housing, any of that to deal with a child. And what is this man going to do? You guys are going to unravel this man's life and then send him to jail, and then this child is not going to have a stable environment or somebody to take care of him because Mackerel can't do it. And I made sure not to listen to anybody's commentary or what they had to say before they swayed my opinion on this. Leave the man alone, let him take care of his child. If Mackerel wasn't a public figure and talked about this, no one would have known. And there are plenty more perverts in our community that people are not talking about. Talk about the perverts in your community. Talk about the rapists them in your community where they rape and they prey and pick from Wappy kill Philip. But you know, sit there and not say nothing. Talk about that. Prevention is better than cure. Talk about preventing these things from happening and leave the man alone so he could be able to take care of his child. Like, I feel like we should prevent this from happening and use Mackerel as an example to make sure it never happens again. Okay, leave the man alone, make him take care of him pitney. All you guys like to talk about deadbeat dads and all these things and them no want to take care of them pitney. This man is taking care of his child. He probably made a mistake and Mackerel tell him like that she was older than she is, because she said in the interview she used to tell the man that she was older than she's really is in real life. So you can't blame the man them to an extent. But leave him alone, man. That's how I feel about that. And the next part we're going to be talking about is her mother. Honestly, I feel like her mother puts me in the mind frame of Dalton's mother. And she feels entitled. She likes to belittle her child. Same thing with Dalton. Dalton's mother used to talk about how she can sing and how she a star. That is the same thing that Mackerel's mother did in that star interview, and if you guys paid close attention, that's exactly who she reminded me of.
I can tell you that if I pretty much I am a comedian, because if I can say the simplest thing.
She talked about how Mackerel can't sing. Mackerel, I don't know, comedian, and she's a comedian and she can't sing. Stop belittling your child. Stop putting down your child. Mackerel have a right to tell her story, and if that's not how you saw it, that's not how you saw it, but she has a right to say how she feel and say what she grew up with. And no one can take that away from her, and no one can tell her not to tell her story. That's the same thing that happened with Dalton. People wanted him to forgive his mother, but they never been through his situation. This boy had to say he was depressed and stressed for Jamaican people to leave him alone. And Dalton also big up Mackerel and shout her out and show her love on Instagram recently. And I have to shout out Dalton for that, because it takes a very big person to see someone else going through something similar and send them nothing but love and positivity. So big up to Dalton for that. Can't shout him out enough. Mackerel mother have a right to say her piece also, but quite frankly, I feel like she's one of those mothers that believe they can belittle and put down their child because their child made a mistake when she was 12 years old. And I also believe that Mackerel was one of those kids that was rebellious and did what she wanted because she wasn't getting the love and affection that she needed, and she was just rebelling against her mother, and she became out of control.
say him never do nothing for you. You too contrary. You say you were abandoned when you are 12, yet still you tell them last night on TV say you kick out when you are 15. Oh, it is that you have so much controversial story, miss. Me no business if you want to love me again. But the thing is, me talk the truth and nothing but the truth. Read the iron where you say, my son. I play on another play last pitney. And when Chavez put the iron in money, yo, me no want it. Me can make me own money. All me want is a chance from the world. People say me, a mother with dignity, charisma, and capital. So make I tell you, Ladeshia, Mr. Rainford, if you want, you get in touch with me too, because it's 2 and 3 sides to a story. My side, her side, and the truth. No sit down there and take it. Only no sit down there and take it. And if you don't want to get in touch with the father, because she said him do the things then. And if him come in my face and talk that, God have to strike him. Me a single mom. My friend them know that. Me never send you a school. They go look people, man. Pitney, no play with me. No play with me. Better you just change your tune. Tell me one thing what your father do for you. And I might not responsible for what Mackerel say. If you want your script to write, come to me, make me write it. Because you say you want to be comedian, there is nothing comedic about you. Except that you tear me down like this. You know you don't like me. I know you don't like me. Tell me one thing what your father do for you. And if your father wish to speak the truth, he can come out and tell me and the world. So him never do not.
Anyways, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.